chopping it up. That's what I like to do, you know. All right, guys, welcome back to another Pros with Con episode, where I basically have some cool people on, talk about fitness, talk about health, different perspectives on the thing, and kind of how we get to where we are today. You guys know my good friend Kurt Langtot over here. He's going? Back. He's ready.
Good morning.
Missed his week last week, but he's back. We had some cool guests on. Yeah, he was biking.
I only did half of it though, so I can't be too cocky about it. But 45 miles.
Yeah.
It was
so it was cool to have you biking and stuff, and then have some cool new guests on. But we got you back. The real deal. Why we're here today, Neil Schaefer, everybody.
What's up, guys?
This is Neil. Another Beaver alum, so we go way back as far as that goes.
Oh, yeah. Beaver.
Way back, Beaver rules.
Yeah. Neil owns what kind of gym would you call it?
It's
we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. It's group fitness and then a teens program. But I would consider it just a strength and endurance gym.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's Footballer Fit Cranberry.
Yep.
Cranberry. I
Township.
don't want to confuse Wexford and Cranberry.
Yeah, no,
Didn't really know
it's
which
Cranberry.
one. Cranberry. So Neil dabbled in some CrossFit in his day, so that's cool to kind of have that connection here. But then he's now more doing like strength and conditioning, endurance type stuff.
Yep.
So we'll get into all that, but wanted to have him on because real big in the fitness area around here. So Footballer Fit seems like it's taken off. It's doing real well. If you guys don't know what that is, encourage you to check it out. Footballer Fit on Instagram.
Do
all
it,
that
baby.
stuff. But just wanted to have cool guy on, talk about his journey to where he is. He played some soccer growing up, so we'll get into all that. And again, CrossFit, good connection there. So we've known each other for a while now. So it'd be good to kind of just talk about, get a different perspective. That's kind of it. How's it sound?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm pumped.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Deal the
man.
deal, baby.
Let's do this. Kurt the Hurt.
He loves
Nick Con.
Nailed the deal. Nailed the real deal.
That's it.
Yeah, so man,
Get it
just tell
tattooed
me, tell me about your little fitness journey. So your history, like where you got to where you were. I mean, your upbringing and all that. What'd you do?
Cool. All right. So grew up here in Aliquippa. Boom. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know
Address
that,
is Aliquippa.
A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. Literally 10 minutes up the road that way.
Nice.
So right next to Southside High School, basically.
Okay.
But Aliquippa address, and grew up on a farm, which is, I think, where I kind of built my fitness mentality. You know, if you grow up on a farm, you gotta be kind of rugged. You know,
Rugged.
baling hay. If you haven't baled hay in your life,
I've actually baled.
good.
Yes.
Good. It makes a man out of you.
Yeah.
Kurt?
Everyone
Come on,
knows
Kurt.
me. That's not me.
Yeah. Anyways,
Coffee and
Can't
food.
touch that.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty boy.
you can have coffee while baling hay.
You could.
So, anyways, grew up in out this way. Wrestled, played soccer growing up. Those are my two big sports. Did a little bit of everything, but those are my two big ones. In swimming, actually. And then in high school, when it was between kind of wrestling and soccer, chose soccer. Transferred to Beaver. That's how I ended up in Beaver. So
when was that? I thought you were always Beaver. Yeah.
Yep, middle, right after middle school. So,
Okay.
yep,
So,
between middle school and high school.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Ended up going to Beaver. Was like bunch of Turnleys were there.
Yeah.
Guys I actually didn't know. No, I got a funny story about that. Guys I didn't know, but
hear
I
it.
played soccer against, and ended up being able to go to Beaver. So went to Beaver. Was like really want to do the soccer thing. Okay, funny story. Side cut. So it was I was going into freshman year, and it was maybe the summer. I forget. But I went, no, it'd been the fall before the year I went to Beaver. And Beaver was playing Ambridge, and you know how big those games were with soccer.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the biggest game of the year. And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, it's high school soccer, but there's actually fans. Like, what's going on? And I see it was my buddies Turnley. Well, at the time, I didn't really know him. Turnley, Audie, but guys I played against.
Okay.
And I just went and sat by him. Like, I'm pretty outgoing, so I don't care. I'm going to sit by you, talk to you. So I'm sitting by him, and they're like, who's this? I mean, they knew me, but and then
Working your way.
yeah.
I love
I didn't know I was going to Beaver at this point, right? And then after, so I'm like, dude, I want to go here. Like, this is cool. Like, they actually like soccer in this area. Like, nobody, Pittsburgh growing up, it was, you know how it is. It still is football mainly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But soccer's bigger now. But when we were growing up, it was like, not soccer was like, eh. So anyways, when I get home, maybe it was like a week later. Oh no, it's like the next summer, I think. And I'm like, I'm gonna look up Turnley in the phone book. It was the phone book. So he knows he knows the story. Yeah, I'm like,
This is awesome.
I want to go play soccer at Beaver. So I look in the yellow books and I find Turnley. I'm like, I hope this is them. Like I didn't know his parents' name.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is creepy or not, but anyways,
That's what you did. You
Yeah,
called
it's
the
what-
house
you
phone
called the
back
house
then,
phone, yeah.
Is Justin
So-
there?
yeah. So I call and I'm like, "Hi, is this Justin Turnley's house?" You know, and it was his mom, Kim, and
Sweet
because
lady. Sweet
oh,
lady.
Kim
Yeah.
rules, Kim,
One
you
of
rule.
This is
One of
us.
the
What?
nicest
Yeah,
ladies
yeah. Come on over. So, anyways, call and I'm like, you want to go kick down at the field? Literally, never hung out with him before. Like, knew him just from playing, and he's like, sure, and that was that. Now we're like best friends.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how.
That's amazing.
And then I ended up
Wow.
in Beaver. Yeah,
The initiative of you at that age
That-
is amazing, and it makes sense. It makes
This
total
And
sense
then-
of.
and then
who
I
you
started
already
playing
know.
pickup with the guys, and then they're like, I think you could go to Beaver, and I was like, huh. And then Brock was like, yeah, you can. I was like, oh, talk to this, and I ended up going to Beaver. Yeah. So, anyways,
That's amazing.
yeah, that's how it happened. Yep.
I think you could go to Beaver. You're like, huh.
Yeah, I might do this.
Hey, is Justin
So,
there? You want to go kick?
all of a sudden, within a week's time, I was at Beaver. Like I was walking in the front doors. I'm like, this is weird. Like it was then it hit me like, oh shit.
You
like
could
I'm.
say like
Yeah.
Justin Turnley recruited you to
That's
be there.
that's a good point. So, anyways,
Shout out to Justin Turnley.
real,
Maybe Kim actually, because she said, "Yeah,
that's
he's here."
true. Yes,
She
that's
could've
right.
said,
Thank you,
"No,
Kim.
this is weird."
Always.
Yeah.
So, anyways, started playing soccer more, and got more serious with it, and ended up going Robert Morris. And at Robert Morris, this is where I was always into fitness, but got really into it.
Yeah.
Wanting to be the best. Everything I do, just want to be the best at. Kind of, mentally, sometimes it's hard. Like I'll be done with something. I'm like, no, someone else probably did 5, so I'm gonna do 10. Like
All right.
Neil, just you could be done now. But it's a good thing, right?
It's a
Sometimes.
mentality.
I like it.
So, anyways, always in the gym, and ended up actually getting real into it. Where like, ended up breaking. I still have the RMU pull-up record, 56
Didn't
pull-ups.
you have it at Beaver?
Had it at
forever?
Beaver too. I think I still do.
Did that mess you?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I think it was like 39.
It
Or,
was something stupid.
yeah, and
I thought we
I
used to
got
have
a
those
30. I
sheets
was
on
still
the
like
board.
7 away. I was like, I got no chance.
yeah. Well, I saw Mrs. Flynn randomly. This was like 2 years ago. Down Beaver, and
Yeah,
yep. And she was like, "By the way, you still have the record." I'm like, "What? I forgot I had it." Literally.
Dude, it's like some insane number.
Yeah, and that's before there was like butterflies.
Oh, it was like strict.
yeah, it was strict dish. Yeah,
those
strict
were
dish.
strict-ish 39
Yeah,
pull-ups.
yeah. And that's at Robert Morris. It was the same. Like you couldn't do butterfly. CrossFit wasn't like a thing yet.
Yeah.
So you could like kip a little, but that pull up.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like
kind of a worm.
weird-
Like
yeah.
yeah, it's actually harder.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing like 57. I'm like, whoa, this like I love this. And the runs we did, I was always into them. So anyways, kept playing. Senior year, got invited to some MLS combines. Ended up signing with the Riverhounds. So started my professional career.
Yeah.
2 years with Riverhounds, 1 with a team out in Seattle, 2 in Harrisburg, 1 in Indianapolis with Indy 11, and then had a kid on the way, and it's like I'm done, right? Because wanted to wear jean shorts and Nike Monarchs and cut the grass, basically,
There
right?
we go.
But soccer's like
Now you're
The
speaking
American
my
dream.
language.
yep, soccer's like the season's different than NFL, for example, where NFL's your August to really September, I guess, to December. Right? Like, for the most
Yep.
part, the
Oh,
chunk
yeah.
of it. Soccer is February to November,
Yeah.
7 days a week. So it was like, I had offers to keep playing, but was just wanting to be a dad, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to be home. I didn't want to have to travel 4 days a week and da-da-da.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's kind of how my fitness stuff started, right?
Yeah.
The whole kind of deal. But then as far as the CrossFit side goes, when I was in Harrisburg, so maybe 3-4 years in, people while I was in college actually were like, you got to try this CrossFit thing. Like, dude, you can do 1,000 pull-ups. Like, you can run 3 miles in X, whatever. Endurance has always been my jam. I don't know if it's because of the wrestling and soccer combo. Like, it's a pretty good,
Yeah, that's very
Growing up on the farm.
good growing up on a farm.
Yeah,
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 baling hay. That's what did it.
Sheesh, I gotta
Put
start
you should, see,
bailing
you should see the hair on my chest from baling hay.
hay. I have like one.
None of my head.
It's all making sense right now.
All on my head, none on my chest.
It's all making sense.
It
right
is.
now.
It is. It is.
Man.
So
That's funny.
yeah. So I started getting into CrossFit in Harrisburg, mainly because people were like, you should try it. And I had actually like this knee pain that I thought I was going to have to retire. No joke. Like it was hurting bad. And when I heard about CrossFit, it was like, the mobility part of it was big. Again, this was like 2012, 13, when CrossFit was just like,
Yeah, it's just kind of
just coming around. Didn't know much about it. And I was like, man, I had a rope in my barn growing up, like just little things. I'm like, okay, I think I could do this thing, be fun. So I started doing it. And, back then too, if you guys remember, like when you did a squat, even though, there was like that, do you go below parallel? Do you not go below parallel?
Yeah.
Now it's like you go parallel, at least parallel,
At
but
least,
should go below. But then it was like, half squat. Oh yeah. But all this pain was like in my knee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm trying this thing. So literally 2 weeks, I'd say, after doing CrossFit, this pain in my knee that I thought was going to be there was gone.
Chronic, yeah.
Completely gone. Like no joke. And the only difference I was doing was more mobility and more deeper in my squats.
Yeah.
Like that was it. And so, well, this is awesome. Like this,
Yeah.
So started getting into it, and it really helped, honestly, in my soccer career. Like that year, I felt faster, more explosive. Now I wasn't doing the competition stuff yet. It was more like classes. I was just getting into it.
Yeah.
Hang power cleans, like that I think was a big one.
Yeah.
Doing more box jumps that I used to like you would do it, but not to the extent that CrossFit would.
Yeah.
So really started liking it. And then at this whole time, I was a certified trainer. I got trained maybe like my second year with the Riverhounds. So I was a certified trainer. Was really digging into like the methodology of the CrossFit. And then when I got to Indy, ran into a gym Kurt came out to, Three Kings Athletics.
Amazing.
And, unreal, like
gym.
8,000 square feet. It's a very competitive gym. Like they don't promote it as that, but they have. At the time I was there, they actually sent the most athletes to the games in the U.S.
Sheesh.
But it wasn't just individuals; it was more team based. So that year is when the year I was like really like I think I'm gonna be done with soccer. Just in my head, not knowing, but like I knew I had a kid on the way. I was like, okay, I think this might be it. So I started ramping up CrossFit because CrossFit you could do really any time of the day. You don't have to travel really. Maybe every once in a while for a tournament. What's that called now? Not a tournament. What are they called?
What?
CrossFit meet?
Competition?
Competition.
A meet?
I haven't done it in a while, guys.
Track meet?
Jeez, yeah. Chess match. So,
Match.
got really into it there towards the end of it, towards the end of my soccer career. And, really dug in for, I'd say, man, a good 2-3 years I was in it. And ended up, never like went to the regionals and games, but scored for the team, if that makes sense. Like at that time it was,
Yep.
Yeah.
so I was part of the team.
I liked that format.
I love that.
a lot.
Oh my gosh, I need to bring it back.
I'm so
Yep.
bad.
So every
bad.
gym can,
Yes. Everyone participates.
Everyone
that way.
participates.
It's so much
Yep.
more fun.
I feel like it's
So-
inching a little bit. back,
It's
though.
kind
I think so. I think the
A
new
little at a
guys.
time.
Yep. It's a good thing. So, anyways, was scoring for the team, and team made regionals. I was moving back to Pittsburgh, so came back to Pittsburgh. Kept doing it a little bit, but I was done playing soccer. This is how Football or Fit kind of came about. This is a long story, guys, but I'm gonna keep going.
You want to
That's
know?
what we're here for.
So was coming back, and I actually opened a little gym. Kurt was actually going to come and work out or work there, and I'm actually glad I did it. It was a hard thing to do, but we were moving back to Pittsburgh, like we were thinking, because we had a second kid on the way, and I was like, Kurt, man, and he was ready to come out, and I was like, don't come out, like I just don't, and I felt so bad saying it, but it was like,
Look at us now.
look at us now, yeah, and I was like, but dude, I think we're coming back. It was like, because I think this can work in Pittsburgh, like this thing I was, and I didn't know what I was doing at that time, how this was all coming about, but something was coming. So, anyways, we moved back to Pittsburgh and worked at a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Mindfire, was doing strength conditioning for a soccer club, and then I started dabbling a little more with like my methodology, right? Like what's my approach to fitness. And this is like 10 years in the making, maybe longer. Let's see, I started it in probably about 10 years, maybe 11. because I started personal training in 2012 while playing as a side gig,
Okay.
athletes only, and then I
Sean
got
O'Neill.
what's that?
Sean O'Neill.
Sean O'Neill, yes, Sean O'Neill. Yep, who Tanner from Hopewell. He plays hockey now at Dartmouth, or maybe he's
awesome.
bunch of guys in like that the Beaver County area.
Okay.
It was out of a therapy place, Jamie's Physical Therapy. Check it out.
Check it out.
And then, so that's how it started. And it was called All Around Athlete. And then, again, I played, so I moved around so much. Nothing was sticking. You know what I mean? It was very hard to like get and online training wasn't like a thing then.
Yeah.
So every team I went to, I was doing like
You're
this.
speaking like you're like so.
Dude, but it's for real.
I know.
I am.
It's weird
No, I'm
to like
not.
think that like
Yeah.
it's only like the last 5 or 6 years like this stuff is
Online really ramped
taking
up,
off.
yep.
Yeah, like
Especially,
social
like,
media. all
yes.
that
After
stuff.
COVID too, that helped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
But like you're thinking
Online
2012, you're like we really weren't. There wasn't that much of a
Graduating high school.
presence.
No.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Nuts.
No one was on their phone like, what's the workout of the day?
Yeah.
Like it was
That's, like,
on a
weird.
whiteboard.
I still never heard of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
like 2014.
exactly. It's weird to
15.
think about, but
Yeah, and I know. When I was
Yeah.
thinking about like what to talk about today a little bit. Like what are we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
And I'm like, literally my journey. Some of the stuff's gonna make me sound so old because there was like no, like I didn't even have a phone really. Like you know,
Yeah.
so different now.
And just how much stuff you did in such a short amount
Yeah.
of years.
Yeah,
you
right.
were-
10 years. I was moving around like, and so again every year like I'd go to a different team. I moved around every year for 12 years, a different house or apartment.
Yeah.
Or city. Seattle, like to
Yeah.
Indy, to like it was
Big
insane.
shout out to Jamie.
Big shout! Oh yeah, thanks, James. You rule.
She really tied you
Oh
down.
man, I don't know how she's still with me. Not just because of the moving, but she is. Thanks, James. Yeah, shout out. So,
For
anyways,
12 years, that's intense.
that's intense.
That's a lot.
Yep. Yeah, we were together since college, like all college.
And we kind of saw that with Josh. Like he was always
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Everywhere.
here, there,
Yep.
here, there, like always gone,
Always.
always
Yep.
soccer.
If
And
you're-
now he just like I'm done. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want
It's
it.
golf
yeah.
time, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
exactly.
in, yeah.
Are you
And
guys
then-
golf?
Uh-huh.
I don't.
I
Man.
I try.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm terrible.
I just yeah.
I can't get into
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Love golf.
I like
just-
having transfusions.
There's so much
like
you,
having
you have to
transfusion.
try.
You have
Golf
to have a
so
transfusion.
much
Oh,
to
no, you gotta
like.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have transfusion. You have to golf so much to get good at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like a huge commitment.
It is. It
You have
is.
to golf an insane amount.
I wish
Well,
I started when
I
I
started
was young.
when I was 5.
Yeah.
Every time, like, I'll go, Jamie, I'm gonna go to the gym or like something, right? I'm gonna go work out, and you know, you get that little like, you get home quick kind of look,
Yeah.
and I go, I could be golfing, like you know, 5 hours
could-
later,
yeah, exactly.
3 days a
It could
week,
be,
yeah.
So
I'm going an hour and a half. but-
yeah, right, exactly.
Anyway.
Give me an hour and a half. It's not going to be 5 hours.
Yeah, you could do
I
some
could be.
push-ups.
I like that.
I know, use it.
I-
Well, yeah, because
I
yeah,
golf, but not nearly as much as I used to.
There you go.
Yeah, once a month.
I
maybe.
could go back to golfing. You know,
I
just say
could-
that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want me to go golfing?
Yeah,
instead?
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be back in 2 hours.
Right.
If she says yes, then I'll just go golfing.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There, yeah. I want you to golf. All right, sweet. 5 hours later. Yeah.
Does she listen to the win-win scenario?
I don't
here?
even think she listens. So
That's
we're
messed
good.
up.
Yeah, tell her not to listen to this one.
Hi, Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm going golfing.
Sorry, Hannah. Yeah. So, anyways, moved around a bunch, and then it's after like that the Beaver County stuff. Then at Harrisburg, I was doing like outdoor training with athletes. Brought a TRX to a soccer goal, and was doing kind of like AMRAP stuff, but on a soccer field. And then after that, nothing really in Seattle. Indy is when I ramped it up a little more. Got teams, a full club to kind of work with me. And then when we moved back, I worked with SCS, which is the youth soccer club in Cranberry, and then was doing stuff out of CrossFit Mindfire. And again, I was testing all this stuff on my own. Like, what is the approach? It's not CrossFit. It's not like straight, strength and conditioning. You know how that is. It's
Yeah.
a little more,
Yeah.
just a
This,
this
one
segmented.
thing at a
Yeah.
time.
So, anyways, just started kind of evolving. Got enough clients, people interested that I was like, okay, it's time to open my own. Opened it in Cranberry, kind of due to the soccer vibe up there.
Yeah, I would say
There's
so.
a lot of soccer up in the
Yeah.
Cranberry Wexford area. But literally going into it, I maybe had, 10 members, like maybe that. But I'm like, I could do it. Like, let's
What are you up to now?
do this thing. A little over 120-ish.
That's good.
awesome.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, but it's tricky because, like, you know how it is. It's more like, what I don't want to say, not, it's like I don't worry so much about the members. It's like culture, community,
Yeah,
other
absolutely.
stuff comes of it, like
Yeah.
online stuff. So it's kind of just the whole brand is what
Yeah,
I'm like.
yeah.
How's the brand doing? Like
Yeah.
I like to see someone down the road. They go. Actually, this just happened. Went to the doctor. Had a Footballer Fit hat on. He goes, "Oh, you work out of Footballer Fit?" I go, "Yeah." I don't ever say like I'm the owner.
Yeah.
I just kind of let it go and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "Because I want to hear what they say."
Yeah.
And
Starts talking trash. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
I
god.
was ready to change something here. And he's like, you know,
He
we
says something good. Dan,
says something good. Yeah, he goes,
Dan, you're like, oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I own that thing. Started from the ground up. So he's like, oh, I heard awesome things about that. I just drove by that the other day. Looks awesome. And he go, oh yeah, like, well, yeah, I own it. And
Yeah.
he goes, no way. So that's where I think that's what I'm more like in tuned with. What do
Sure.
people think of it?
Yeah.
More so than like number of members, because that will just come
That will
Yeah.
become from the
from from what people say and
yeah.
word of mouth and
Building a community.
building a community. Like, and you know, like there's different ways to different ways.
There it is. There's
There
a
it
5
is,
a.m.
junior
voice.
high, baby. But there's like different ways to approach how to get, you know, how to build a gym. Some are like lead generation, lead. Get, you know, I don't care how many people come, or like I want more people in.
Yeah. The retention is.
The retention isn't the goal. And then there's the other way, and that's what I really learned from Three Kings when I was in Indy. The owner there, Bryn Jaffrey, unreal dude. If you actually go to his website or Instagram, he maybe does a post on Instagram once a month. Like that's it. Not is some of his pages on his website actually say under construction, and like he has. I mean, he is just the gym's awesome. I don't even say killing it, just like an awesome gym.
It is an awesome.
And it's just he cares about the members.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what retains them. And that's kind of how we build ours. It seems like that's how you guys build yours too. And it just kind of comes, right? So, anyways, the programming, how it started was like, it started more focusing on the teen athlete. Because that's how, like, kind of my background, right? Soccer specific. And when I say soccer specific, I don't like that term because soccer specific is playing soccer.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
same with football specific, it's playing your sport, any sport. Same with CrossFit. If you want to get good at CrossFit, do CrossFit. Don't do like a strength condition. Like, you know, there's that
No,
mix,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
if that's your sport, that's how you get better at it. So, you know, I'll say it's directed towards soccer, but it's not like soccer ball where, you know, you're not using a ball.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that the teens program was built around that. But then I also realized, okay, you need an adult fitness program because teens are very seasonal. You know,
Summer.
and winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom, fall and spring are like there's sports going on. So it's like, ugh. So you needed the adult fitness program. And in my mind, like what I was doing was very soccer inspired. What I was doing to work out. So I was done with CrossFit. I still do it on occasion, like every once. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and that's like this kind of like there's elements in your program
Correct.
of CrossFit.
Correct,
Which
yep.
is kind of like why I want people like yourselves on here to
Yep.
highlight that.
Yep.
People have this misconception, we talk about this all the time, of what CrossFit actually is.
Yes, right.
You go to your gym, you'll find elements of CrossFit. You're not
yep.
doing this is CrossFit,
Every-
CrossFit training, CrossFit. No.
Yep.
But there's elements in everything. That's
Yep.
kind of why fitness is
Yep.
where it is these
Exactly.
days and why we love it so much.
Yeah, and it's
But
like I'm with you. I think people bash CrossFit a bit for some reason, and I always
we
say,
just talked about this before you came. Or like, pick a topic and let's just dive into it on one of these episodes about like why.
yeah,
it
I'll,
just gets
I'll
a
come
bad
back
rap.
on and do it.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
it could be a whole. I actually thought about that. Like it could be a whole podcast on it.
Just people, they see like they just. I think that's the stigma that they're like, oh, they like to make fun of CrossFit, so they're like, yeah, CrossFit's stupid.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
yeah.
you have no idea what you're
No,
talking
no,
about.
no. And I think when they'll see sometimes maybe the
It's not to be like rude to you. I'm just like you're like ignorant to what CrossFit actually embodies.
Yep, yeah. If you haven't
You know what I
tried
mean?
it,
Yeah.
if you haven't done you know, I think also it might be tricky too, where you could go to one though. I will say and they're all run differently.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one could kind of
Yeah.
hurt your stigma.
Yeah, and that's
your perception.
That could be the case for any.
It could
type
be,
of gym.
yeah, any type of gym.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a franchise. So if you go to
Yeah.
like an Orange Theory,
Yeah.
you know it's an Orange Theory no matter where you go.
Yeah.
But even then, like the coaches at one might be better at the coaches at the
Yeah,
other.
absolutely.
A better experience at one versus the other. So that's what
It's a very good point.
yeah, like I feel like, you know, because, you know, you could get certified, start a gym, but, you know, you go to this one, you're like,
Yeah.
I didn't like the programming very
Yeah,
much. It
yeah.
was Murph every day. Like, actually, I was listening to one podcast, and the guy was like, he worked at a gym that the CrossFit gym actually did hero WODs every day, and he was like, he left. He's like, I can't be like back this.
Body can
Yeah,
handle that.
well, no, he was coaching there,
Yeah.
and he's like, I can't get behind this, like
Yeah.
you know the programming, and I think that's where maybe it goes
So that's like, there's like, I guess, different ways you can go about like why CrossFit gets a
bad
rap.
rap. Yeah,
Like,
but I'm with you. Like
gym, but also like people just see what they see and they're like, oh, that's stupid. kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Like, two different things, but
yeah, and like you said, if someone's ripping on it like on social media,
yeah, people just love to hate on
yeah,
stuff.
like everything. Oh yeah,
It is what
people
it
rip
is.
on my stuff eventually.
who
like
cares?
they do. You know.
Those like, you will get what you want. Like you'll attract people that
Yeah, exactly.
are interested in.
And
it.
that's all you got to worry about
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so that there's elements of that in my programming, in our programming
Mm-hmm.
at Football Fit. So, anyways, with the teens program, again, I was like, I needed the adult program going, and I was like, okay, how do I approach this? I was like, wait, how I train for soccer is unreal for any athlete,
Any type of
anybody,
fitness.
any fitness. Doesn't have to be an athlete, an everyday athlete chasing their kid around the
Yeah.
park. I'm like, so let's implement into the adult program. So then the adult program grew, and now it's like actually the staple of what we do. And then we have the teens program,
Mm-hmm.
All, very, very similar to a CrossFit gym where it's like adults 5 a.m., 6 a.m.,
Yeah,
noon,
okay.
5, 6 at night, teens program at 4. And the adult program, though, is a little more endurance and conditioning because the teens are getting enough of that in their sport.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's kind of how it worked, how it came about. And as far as the CrossFit goes in there, like we have 3 style workouts throughout the week in our adult program. One is a little more sport. It's our strength day, and that one's very much like a soccer strength and conditioning day, I would say. We have an endurance day. That day is like strength, Metcon.
Yeah.
We call it HIT, but it's
Yeah.
like a dumbbells, box jumps,
Yeah.
erg. And then we have a HIT day, and that's a little more, you could, like an athleticism day, very soccer. Like, you might do ladder work with your feet, ice skaters. Like, it's very athletic performance day. So, anyways, it's a combination of functional fitness, athleticism, strength,
Yeah.
all in one program. That's how it came about. Teens program is still very, again, it's very directed towards sports performance. Because again, the teens athletes, I just sent one your way, Skabinski. The ones that really want to dig into CrossFit a little more, I just go, hey,
Yeah.
I know a CrossFit gym. You should go
check
that
it
way.
out, yeah.
Check it out. And they're like nothing against them or us. Like it's just they want to do that.
Yeah.
Like we don't really do that here. You want to do CrossFit, you go to a CrossFit gym. We're a little more football or fit. Like it's
Yeah.
just a different kind of style.
Yeah.
So then now all of a sudden we're 3 years in and made it through COVID.
Yeah.
You guys did
That's
too.
the biggest goal right there. Oh, what a
Goodness
scary
gracious.
time.
Oh. And so that's how it all came about from soccer to There's more to the story from the farm to CrossFit or to soccer to CrossFit
Yeah.
to football or fit.
Yeah.
And now we're other things are coming about and just kind of growing as it grows, just
Yeah,
seeing
I
how
mean,
it goes. You know what I mean?
Definitely looks like it's
coming.
really taking off. I mean,
Thanks.
follow them on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
thank you. It's
yeah.
it's coming along.
Seems
Still,
like it's cool.
still finding our way. It's
Earn that rest.
earn that rest.
Yeah.
I should have brought you guys a shirt. Earn that rest, guys. Tag that.
I love
I'm gonna
it.
get you a sign. I can't. No, you
I
can't
gotta start
take my
saying
sign.
it here and there.
You should. It's
I don't want to
awesome.
steal it, but
On an
I'm
EMOM,
gonna just
EMOM
borrow it.
day is a
Okay.
great time to do it.
There we go.
There you go.
EMOM.
So when you do an
I love
EMOM, earn that rest. You could call. I mean, it's trademarked. Our logo's trademarked. I think earn that rest trademark. I gotta check it. Don't take it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Cut
take
that
it.
out.
We're gonna
Right,
take it. We're gonna take it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It feels like what you're doing is sticking over there. I mean, you could just from the numbers perspective, like it kind of takes care of itself. It's
coming along,
The
yeah.
quality. You focus on good people and
Yep.
building that good community, which is what we try and preach on a lot. Just having that good community aspect.
Yep.
We say it's like a cliche answer, but it's probably the biggest answer. We talked about this on the last podcast with my friends Chris and Corey. Having that kind of sense of people that love to come and enjoy it
Yep.
instead of just like coming and then getting tired of it in a month just
Right.
because that community aspect's not there. So that's
Right.
why it is so big.
Yep.
You're able to, the longevity comes from having that enjoyment and having people around you that you want to be
Yep.
around. So
And
like that's kind of the whole basis.
Yeah, and I think it's just like being real about it. Like you could tell you guys are passionate about it. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we know this. We all talk it all the time.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
someone goes into a gym, and you know, like actually yesterday, this isn't like saying anything, but this is, and you guys would do the same thing. I have 3 kids now, so it's very hard to. You have 1,
Yeah.
so you get it. It's getting very hard to like go into, an evening class sometimes because my kids have soccer.
Yeah, yeah.
So this week it was hard for me to get in there. I'm in there almost all the time, either morning or night. I try to get in. Still coach. You know, it's not just like some gyms the owner's just the owner. Building the programming, always part of it. This I wasn't able to be in there as much this week for whatever reason. School, soccer.
Yeah, I mean,
kids. 2
full-time
kids are
dad.
playing. Full-time dad.
It is what it is.
And then, but Saturday, boys had 2 games, 9 and 9:45. We have an 8 and 9:15 class, and it's in Cranberry, so I live 35 minutes away. And I go, okay, I'm going up. Went up there for 7:45, and I planned on just seeing all the 8 a.m. come in.
Yeah.
Say, hey, what's up, guys? Because I wanted to see them.
Yeah.
And then leave at 8:05. That was my plan. Drive 35 minutes, stay for 20, say what's up, and go back home.
Yeah.
So it would
Which
have
is
been
awesome.
hour 15 minutes of driving, but it would have been
5
more,
minutes
for
of-
5
yeah.
minutes of saying
Say
hello.
yeah.
Just those little
But that's
things.
not just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
I did it, and after the fact, after the fact, I go, whoa, like I just did that.
Yeah.
What the heck am I doing? Like literally, like you just wasted this much money on gas. Had my
And Nissan,
my,
huh?
my tank actually, dude. When I was coming to this podcast, I'm like, I looked at my tank. I get in the car, I go, oh no, 12 gallons or 12 miles till empty. I go, it's actually I think like 10 miles to the and I'm like, wait,
We
there's
do have a
there's a
gas
Gitco
tank,
there.
Boom.
So I'm
One
like,
stop shop.
Worst comes to worst, you push you that far.
85 on the way here. And but then towards the end, I'm like, oh no. I was getting down to
I
like
gotta
3.
coast.
I coasted. I know Alquippa very well. Yeah. Pull right, just neutral. Little press of the pedal, and then right down to Alquippa.
Yeah.
And then press the gas a little more, right down to your place. Made it.
Efficiency.
Yep,
Amazing.
efficiency.
Love it.
But anyways, yeah, I feel like it's, and again, it's like, I don't worry about, this is something Bryn always said. Bryn actually, he had a program, and this is Three Kings, but another gym like basically took it, and he like did not, I remember him saying like, dude, could care less. He wasn't like being like da-da-da. He was just like, it's what you do in your gym. Like and I remember always thinking that, and it's true. Like, I don't care. It's like this podcast. Some gyms might not want us, like, some podcasts might not want us on theirs because it's a different gym.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're a little like, every gym is its own gym and culture and community. And if you just worry about your people and just making it fun for them and care about it,
Yeah.
it will do its
That's how
thing.
it'll
You don't
go.
need to worry
Yeah.
about anything. Like, the programming's, programming's a part of it,
Yes.
and it's got to be good.
But it's just a part of
It's
it.
just a part of it. It's just
Yeah,
got to
it's like
be
a different perspective
a fun.
from him.
Yep.
As an owner, like quality of people as far as like there's just like different elements.
Yes,
And
yep.
running a business.
Yep.
It's fun. How can we make that hour fun?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you come back.
Yep.
Moving is the key, and when you get in here, we're gonna make you move. We're gonna make you move safely, but I want you to have fun
Yes,
while you're here for
yes.
the hour. I want you to look forward to this hour.
Yep.
And it's
100%.
cool you say that because it's kind of like the point of me having here, one of the points at least, having people on that I consider like pros, like professionals or people that have knowledge and we could like-minded, we could talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Understanding that thing where if you want others to win, like everybody wins. There's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you want to be around like-minded individuals for
Yep.
sure.
Right.
So like you sent someone our way over the past few months. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's like the epitome of what you just said.
Yeah.
You want
Amazing.
CrossFit, go check this CrossFit
Yep.
gym out.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
if we want someone who comes in and like, I'm trying to get strong for soccer, I'm like, all right, I know a gym.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yep.
it's seeing others win, which
Yes.
is like the whole point of this, being around good people
Yep.
who care,
Yep.
passionate about it,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
And-
It's just like a testament to what you just said.
Yeah. And NC Fit has they say a term, and it's Khalipa Oss. You guys listen to his podcast
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I like Khalipa a lot, but
Big business mind. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
real big
yeah.
business mind.
but he rise the tides together. What's that? He said something.
Like rises a ship, something. like
Yeah.
that.
So like he in what he's referring to is if gyms kind of help each other,
Yeah.
every gym does better.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just like in anything.
Anything.
In life. Business,
Yep.
like that's a big thing.
Yep.
Like just being I work in business, so
Yep.
like you see that a lot in the business field. Just
Yep.
like wanting to see others succeed.
Yep.
That you actually care. Like people, if
Right.
you're around people that do that,
Yep.
just
We'll
kind of a
even do
simplified
that
thing.
on like if somebody comes in for a class and maybe they're looking for something a little more one thing or another, every gym's a little different. We'll refer them that day. They're a free trial. I mean, you could be like, no, come on, man. Like, this is our special. Like, you got to get in.
There's a time and place for like if
Oh,
you
of
want to
course.
try and get someone in there or
Of
whatever
course.
it is. But
But if they're like
Yeah.
really like, oh, I thought, I'm looking at
this was this,
CrossFit or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very rare. But like, oh yeah, there's a CrossFit gym, whatever. It's very rare that happens. Because most
they know
they look at our
what they're
title.
getting
Yeah, they
when
know it's
go.
not
Yeah.
CrossFit. It's Football
Yeah.
or Fit.
Yeah.
Actually, this is funny. So Josh, I got on a call with Josh Turnley.
Yeah. He's loving it. He loves going there now. Like,
he's
ever since he moved back, he didn't really know what he wanted to do.
Right.
He came to our class
Yep.
one time,
Yep.
but that's 100%
more
his
is that,
style.
and that's cool. That's
Real
the thing.
cool. Yeah.
Yep. It's good that there's different options, right?
He
Exactly.
Yeah, he one of our good friends, obviously, but
Yeah.
he told me he's loving it. for
Nice,
sure. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And so I'll see him in there, and so I asked him because the tricky part I will say with Football Fit is the name.
Yeah.
It's a beauty of it because we are very strength and endurance based. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're much more endurance based than a lot of programming because of soccer. Right?
Yeah.
It's just my background. You run 90 minutes. Like,
Well, that's what
we
makes
do running.
what football or fit. Football
Right,
or fit. Like that's
right.
what makes you unique.
We do running intervals 2-3 times a week,
Yeah.
like straight running intervals. Heart rate monitors on to watch if you're up, down, da da da. And it's very soccer based with the intervals. It's not just to burn calories. It's like to get faster.
Yeah.
Because
We could go into that.
oh yeah, we can. Real quick, guys. If you're running only 3 miles a day, same pace every time, you're gonna plateau. Do intervals, sprint a little bit,
Yeah.
then you'll get that
It's
butt
not
that you
burning
want.
calories.
Then you'll
it's
get that butt
building
that you want.
speed,
I like that.
building
Yep.
acceleration,
Yep.
like all these little things.
Correct.
It's not just how many calories can I burn
Correct.
in a session.
Yep.
Like
Like,
if you
look-
look at it that way, it's you're
Yep.
like you said, plateau.
Plateau. And I always say, look at a sprinter compared to a marathon runner.
Two different types of
Two
running.
body types,
Yes.
too, right?
Very.
If you want that like
Completely different body
combo,
I'd say we're more sprinters here.
yep.
All gas.
Me, 100%.
Yep. So like that those intervals we write are very soccer based where it's that good like a combination.
Yeah.
Anyways, talking to him and I was like, okay, check out the website. I just redid it a little bit because we're starting to train more soccer athletes online. So I was like, how's it look as far as the group training versus the soccer? Like, because if you do, like for example, if the opening page was a soccer player, anybody
Everyone's clicking right off. That's
Anyway,
not
if you don't want soccer,
If you're not a yeah.
you're off, right?
Yeah.
So it looks more group fitnessy, but I think that's a real term.
It is.
It
now.
is.
It is now.
Yeah.
Coined it. But then there's also the soccer, right? So you got to have that balance. So I called him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey Josh, check us out because you play pro and you come to the gym. How's it look? If you were coming for group fitness, does it look like he's like, oh yeah, like I don't even look at anything else. I'm going, and I go now for the soccer part of it, and I go, does it look like if you want to play soccer, like here's our program?
Yeah.
And he goes, Neil, it's called Football or Fit. I go, oh yeah.
It is soccer.
You don't
Okay.
even have to
Soccer.
mention, right? So that's like I will say it's the tricky part about it.
Yeah.
But it gets the word that like we don't get many CrossFitters. We might get former CrossFitters that want something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we typically don't get someone looking for CrossFit.
Yeah.
So we don't run into that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been pretty cool with like how the brand is growing and because it's from ground up. It's like people
awesome.
come in like I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but now and I will say in that area it's starting to build on like someone at least heard of it.
Yeah.
But it's taken. I mean, it's 3 years only. Took CrossFit how many years
it's
to?
like, it's I guess that's hard for people to understand. Like and I mean I don't really know. I just know from like being with you along the journey of like 3 years like doesn't sound like a long, but like
Right.
people don't see the
Yeah,
years or
yep.
like every day in day out of like you
a long
doing
3 years.
Yep.
Like they're like I mean you guys 3 years that's a long time. Well, you're like we're just beginning.
Just being started, I know.
But like it's also like it's just so much in the
Yep.
making.
Well, like,
Yeah.
It's tough.
if you look at like the big CrossFit gyms, and I follow CrossFit again, I still love it. I say it all the time, people. But like I look at like Mayhem for example, they really didn't dig into their next part until really like 8 years in. Like it took them. They had their
Yeah.
gym, their first one. Then they got Froning opened its big one. I don't know how long ago or how long that took, but now I say within the last 3 years is when they really started like affiliate programming.
Yeah,
And it looks like they've been doing it forever.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's done really well.
Yeah.
But at first it was just a CrossFit gym. And then like their online programming was what's Rich doing. Like that's what it was. And that it was only him.
It was like, no human should follow that.
yeah. 8 workouts a day. So anyway, it's just cool how like it just slowly develops.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's where it got you today, pretty much. Like all that moving for 12 years.
Yep.
Got you where you were. I mean,
Yep.
in the grand scheme of things,
Yep.
worth it. But like
Yes.
at the time, you're like, this is.
You know how it is.
Grind.
Oh man.
Jamie's like, all right.
Yep.
Grinding a lot of
What's
fear.
next, Neil? Come on, get
A
that
lot of
second
fear.
pitch.
She's like, no, we have two now.
Yep. Ramp this gym up. I'm like, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's got you where you are now. It
Yep.
seems
Oh,
like
that's
everything's
awesome.
just going well. And I mean, survived COVID for sure.
That's it, yeah.
So that's
Yep.
good that you were able to get through that.
Well, you guys are what? How many years in now?
4.
4. Nice.
We're
And-
just over a year here. So
Okay, that's
like,
yeah.
Here,
So
yeah, just over a
3
year.
at the other one.
3 at the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like your first like actual
Yeah.
space.
This makes me
Yeah.
feel official.
Official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really trying to take it up a notch and
Yep.
It is true.
Get
When you
that
get
kind
your
of thing.
own place, it's like
Yeah.
this is
Alright.
real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I got
That,
it.
those
awesome.
years got him to where he was, and now we're here.
Yeah,
Now
that's
just-
huge,
What's
'cause-
our
Yeah.
next? So
And to be able to do it out, like that's all. When I started out of something else,
Yeah.
like you started
It was,
out of
it
that.
was a very good, lucky and fortunate start.
Set-
in
nice.
the way it was set up. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And is this how long have you guys been in here now? Is it like a year officially?
A year and a month.
just over a year.
Nice.
yeah.
It's like a 1 year happy anniversary
There we go. Thank you.
for the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, not for me.
Yeah, way better.
Kind of you. Wait, did you work at the other gym too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at Met in Pittsburgh for a while. That's where
Okay.
he started. That's where I started.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
out
know.
Well,
in the
Matt
South
got,
Side.
that's what got us into it.
Yeah, seriously though.
Nice.
Great people. Like any
Yeah.
person in Pittsburgh, they're looking for a gym. I'll tell them to go there.
Yeah.
I love the people there.
But what's the full name of it?
It used to be Met Performance Lab.
Yeah.
Now it's Ultimate Fitness.
Ultimate. Okay,
Right in
I've seen
Southside.
that. Yeah.
They had the butterfly logo.
Yep.
Right in Southside. Goose and Adrian, the two owners there.
Nice.
Yeah, they kind of. I walked in there. They got me real into it. So
Oh, nice.
credit to them for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh,
awesome.
dude. Yeah. If you start with an awesome community,
Yeah.
which you guys have here,
Yeah.
it's like it's addicting.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like so
That's,
fun.
that's what got me in. Like I
Yeah.
started coaching there, then I
Yeah.
started, so I kind of dove in for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so definitely. But definitely, I wanted to talk about this real quick. What
Yeah.
does earn that rest mean?
Oh,
Just real quick
Yeah.
overview. Like
Overview.
that's your big tagline. Like,
Yeah.
You definitely want to earn that rest. Just
Yep.
kind of tell people the basis behind that.
yep. So
And kinda
it's
get into that.
It's actually started. I'll make it long story short. When I played soccer, at a coach, Malcolm Cook, and he said he's from England and he played with Arsenal actually, which is a massive
Wow,
club.
that's amazing.
One of the biggest in the
One
world.
of the biggest in the world. He was on the youth team, like he was on the academy. I think he said he played like a. No, I'm gonna get. He played like one game with the pros. Anyways,
Anyway.
like when playing, he was always like, when you're done, someone should have to drag you off the field. Like literally, like you should play so hard that someone should drag you off the field. So every game I played, I made sure I was just exhausted, literally
Best.
exhausted,
Yep.
cramping at
Giving
the end.
your best.
Yep.
That's all
And
it's
like,
about.
there's actually, I remember seeing a picture in college. Every game, I'm like on the floor, like someone help me up, like I'm,
Yeah.
and just took that everywhere I go. And then in the gym, when writing the intervals, right? Basically, with intervals, how we write them, it's kind of like an EMOM, right? So it's say you're running a minute fast, minute rest. Okay, probably a moderate pace. Then if it's 30 seconds faster, minute rest, you should go faster because you have more rest than you are running, right? And then if it's 15 seconds all out and you have a full 90 seconds rest, whatever, go even harder.
Yeah.
And while coaching it, I would say, go guys, 15 seconds, make sure you earn that rest. Like
Yeah.
you have a full 90 seconds, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it started building.
Yeah.
And then I kind of connected the two, why I say it and how I program those is very based off my soccer background of like, just if you want to get better at it, you have to like work hard enough to earn that rest,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And it goes and the phrase really built outside the gym, which is really cool.
Yeah,
just
that's-
in normal life, like
Amazing.
when I'm playing with my kids, I always go, okay, focus on my kids. I'll be exhausted at the end of the night,
Yep.
but I played with them, and I don't, I want to play with my kids, but like
Intentionally,
not
about
thinking
what
of something else,
no.
playing.
You're a dad. You want
Yep.
to
Yep.
be with your kids.
Yep.
No,
So-
nothing else.
Yep. So it's like focus, work hard on something, and hard enough that like at the end of the night, people are like, I can't sleep. I'm like, do more because I'm falling asleep at 8:30.
Yep.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I earned that rest.
Exactly. There
so
you go. I love it.
So there's like a gym portion of it that's very, Jimmy. I don't know. Jimmy.
Tag it. Yeah.
Tag it.
You're good.
Man, we got all kind of tags. But yeah, earn that rest in the gym. Work so hard. Like if there's rest written, you know it is. Sometimes someone will do a workout and they're like, I don't need the rest. It's like, well, just go harder. And you do.
Intensity.
I promise you
it's
need that
it's the
minute.
stimulus. Yeah. Look at me. I'm on the floor here. So that's kind of how that started with the gym. But again, the soccer side was like working hard on the field. And then it just, as I got out of playing the sport so much, more came of it in just real life of just, you know, what are you doing in the day, making that day worth it. So by the end of the day, you're just like, I'm exhausted. That was a good day. You know what I mean?
Wonderful.
That was a good way to end that little
100%.
thing there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
So
like
that-
the whole. That's what I want. This is
Yep.
what we want.
That-
Exactly.
That's it, man.
Conversations that end like
I'm
that.
getting you guys a shirt.
I'm,
Oh,
I
I'll
can't believe I
rock
didn't
it.
bring it. I'm so mad.
I gotta get you one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, do it.
Unreal. Like that's 100%. Like you started this and it just went into
Yep.
something bigger than just
Yep.
the gym. Like
Yep.
apply that to life, which is what me and Kurt probably we talk about that a lot. Like
Yep.
how
Yeah.
can that apply to your everyday life?
Right.
Making this a lifestyle.
That's what it's about.
A lifestyle. Like
Yep.
what are the even it's 3 words, but it's a bigger meaning.
Yep.
What's the intentional?
It's
behind
similar to actually this.
Yeah.
Don't
It?
weaken
That's
it.
why I kind of wanted to hang. It's
Yeah.
simple 2 words. Boom.
Yep. Be
But,
tough.
yeah.
You know, like, and it can mean more than just one thing too. Yeah, that's
How
that's
can it apply to life?
And it's-
bigger than
and that's what like you know you guys saying that it's I always like we actually say a phrase. It's not really like one of our things, but like I'll say it on our website or something where it's like work hard in the gym to have fun outside of it. Like the gym, I feel like some people get the connotation of
there's routes. So
you know.
competitive
Oh,
versus
yeah.
not.
And it's
we-
cool.
That's what we get into. for
yeah,
sure.
like there's the
you
sport.
find what you want to do
Yes,
and do that.
exactly. Like when I played soccer, I was in the gym. I was like in the gym to get better at
Yeah.
soccer. Like that was
Yeah.
it. When I competed in CrossFit a little more, like it was to get better. And so the gym was my sport, right? But it's like you do that not just to get good at, for example, just not just to get good at CrossFit in the gym. If it's your sport, you're doing it in here so that when you go to a competition
Yeah, you
where it's
compete.
like a lot of fun, like
Exactly.
you're gonna go crush it.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing CrossFit so that you could chase your kid around the playground, you're doing this here so you don't get hurt chasing the kid on the playground. Or
Exactly.
yeah, you know?
Which is the most important thing.
Exactly.
I mean, especially because most people don't compete, and
No,
this
no.
is a lifestyle thing.
Yep.
So don't worry about as much of, like you said, put your work in here.
Yep.
So you can have
Have fun
It's
outside.
all
Don't
relative.
don't,
too, like,
don't let this get you flustered.
No,
Yeah,
ever.
Put in come in,
no
earn
bad
your
performance.
earn your rest,
Hey, no bad
Yep.
performance.
and then go play with
We
kids.
should tag that one. No bad performance.
There you go.
No bad performance.
It's never wrong.
I'm excited to see what comes on here.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Get something going, it'll come.
That's 100. Yeah, whatever you just said. Say it louder for the people in the back. Dude. Beautiful.
What was it again?
I don't know.
The lifestyle.
You can- we can watch
I'm
it.
not that smart. Yeah,
we'll
we'll
run
have
it
to run the
back.
clips. Words
bad
come out, and I'm just here.
performances.
There we go.
That's it.
Like no, like whether you're competing or you're doing it for life, just go all in on that route.
Yep.
Yep.
And just trust the
The
we know what we're
process.
doing.
Yep.
We create this environment for everybody, not
Yep.
just people who want to compete. Small portion of CrossFit is competitive.
Yes. Yep.
We do that because we love to compete.
Right.
But we also coach 98% of the members here is a
Yeah.
lifestyle type
Yep.
thing.
Same.
And that's what you're doing too. So
Yep.
that's kind of why this whole idea of this podcast was just to get like-minded people.
Yep.
We got to the thing at the end just now, the earn that rest, how it applies to life. That's what I want to get out to the people to
Yeah.
help anyone who wants to hear that.
Yes.
There's always something out there that will meet you where you want to be.
Yep. Yep. 100%.
Earn that rest in life, playing
Yep.
with your kids, or if you want to get competitive at your sport. It's all relative.
Yes. Yep.
But it's crazy how that just comes full circle for someone who did CrossFit, but you're not doing that specifically now. But
Right.
we all kind of just still
Oh, yeah.
think that way.
Yep. Yep.
And that's
It's-
kind of the whole point. I wanted to get this going.
Like-minded, good people.
Yeah.
That's all it is, right?
No bad performance.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep. It's coming up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's going.
So we just been ending the episodes with just something good, positive,
Yeah.
that's been going on, something you have coming up, nothing crazy. You don't have to get too wild. Just
Yeah.
something you're excited about.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead, and
let's
just
see.
anything happen in the gym, anything.
Be something that happened or something that's gonna happen.
Yeah, anything you're
that
looking forward to.
happened. Let's see. I'll
Right.
do one that just happened, and then
Sure.
one that's kind of coming
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
Like we just had a really fun community event with our gym. So we did the Tough Mudder. It was
Oh,
awesome,
yeah.
and it's very.
I want to do one.
do it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Very footballer fitty. You know what I mean? Like very CrossFit. There's a lot of CrossFit,
Yeah.
but it's
Just like-
it's a 10K. It's very functional fitness. Let's say that.
Community
Yes.
is what it's about.
Yes, community. Yep.
Yeah.
So like the big thing. It's good. A good way to put it. yeah, like the one thing. Man, I could go on and on, guys. So I'm sorry.
We'll get you back.
But
Don't worry.
like CrossFit, like the big thing that I feel like the best part about CrossFit is like the culture and community it built. When I did Football or Fit, it was like I want that.
Yeah.
Some group fitness studios don't have that. It's
Yeah.
like again churning in people.
Not a knock on, but most don't have.
Most don't have it,
Yeah.
and that's
It's
something.
awesome what you're creating with your thing.
Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, dude.
Wow.
I'm pumped. You
at
saw it. That's
look
why I
at
said correct. I'm like, he got it. Yes. Ding ding. Light bulb. So that to be able to do that and the amount of people that actually went, because you could do an event and not many come, and I see you guys do events and it's packed. So like to see that is a testament of like people are enjoying this.
They
They're-
want to just hang
and,
out.
and they're
They
going to
come
a
back.
brewery
Yeah.
after. Like
Yeah.
everybody went to a brewery, and I'm like, this is awesome.
That's what it's about. Building those relationships.
Right. So that was awesome to see. That's our second year doing it. I think it'll be a consistent
Yeah.
some kind of OCR race
Yeah.
yearly. Kind of like how you guys do the game or the open.
Yeah.
And then coming up, we have a. We were going to get into this, but too long, I know, because
Next time.
podcast.
We'll get you on.
But
We'll get you on.
developing a soccer specific app for our soccer athletes.
Okay.
And that's kind of coming. It's slowly, organically happening, and so it's kind of getting built out, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
And when it's done, I'll kind of let you guys
ready to
know.
get- ready to
Yeah,
get out there, yeah.
I'm just getting a tease out there for all
Yeah,
anybody.
Exactly.
If there's a soccer player listening,
Shout
it's
out
great.
Football Fit Nation.
That's
On the
it.
Lookout.
That's it. So that's coming, and we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. What do you got, Cody?
I'll just go over what we just did Friday.
Yeah.
We've been doing once a month Friday night workout here, and it's always just a great turnout that people are coming on their Friday night to come hang out with the good community and get a little fit and have a little fun. So
Yeah,
that was a fun little Friday we just
I
had.
like that. That's a good idea.
Well, yeah, so we try to do that. I mean, schedules get tough, but
Oh, yeah,
people who can
it is,
come,
for
come.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
we had really good turnout.
Yeah,
I mean, it was the energy on
25,
Friday was
almost 30 people
wonderful.
for a Friday
I had a
night.
great time. I was
Can't beat
Dang.
that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was, I mean,
Yeah, it was a good
6:30
time.
on a Friday
Yeah.
night. We just did a workout, did a heavy lift, and then
Yeah.
had some pizza and did a little scavenger hunt
Had
type
some
thing. And
Kool-Aid bursts.
Yeah,
that's
we
cool.
did
Maybe a
very
couple
delicious.
adult beverages, but
Maybe.
Maybe
I don't know.
like Gatorade. Gatorade.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gatorade.
Electrolytes. I was tired of electrolytes before. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
How was the bike trip? Good?
Oh, bike trip was awesome, and like I said, I only did half, and my butt was sore. So
Was it
shout
mountain
out,
biking?
shout out. No, it's just like that Gap Trail. So it
Like a
starts
trail
here and then
bike.
goes to like Washington D.C.
Oh yeah.
So they're doing segments at a time, and
Yeah.
I did one of the segments. It was 45, and then they did 45 back
Oh my
miles.
gosh.
So they did 90 miles in 2 days.
Who's they?
A group from
People
here.
from the
Okay.
gym,
Oh,
yeah.
they all. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, there was
Another
about
community
10 to 12.
Yeah, I
that
definitely
went
want to
the,
get on
Yeah,
one.
and they're just hitting segments, so it's nice. You just in the spring they'll do another one.
Yeah.
Keep prolonging until you get to Washington
Yeah.
D.C. So it's pretty cool.
God damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's like kind of like that Tough Mudder thing.
There,
almost.
there's people at our gym doing the. I think they're running it. Is that possible?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's possible.
Probably.
No, but they.
It's like 300 some miles.
There's
So,
someone.
that's awesome.
I think it's from DC.
I respect it.
Overnight, they're doing like it's like a 3-day
There
run.
are these crazy like triathlon type stuff,
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
ultimate marathons things these days.
They run that much in 3 days.
It might be from
Crap.
Baltimore then.
I mean,
Either.
still,
It's still
it's
insane.
impressive.
Or they're running across the
They're
state.
over there somewhere.
Yeah,
over
Whatever
there.
it
It's
is,
like in
that's
2 weeks.
super impressive. I don't care. It could be 10 miles. I'm like, yeah, that's
All I know is
impressive.
like all my coaches are going. I'm like, so it's just. I'm like, guys, help.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to, I mean, piggyback off that Friday was fun. We had a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just one of those things that you're not really like on your phone. You're just like in the mix of.
Best.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
And then
It was cool.
shout out Leah for putting that together, that like little photo scavenger hunt. So we had people running around the parking lot, because you had to take pictures with
There's
certain
like a
things.
list.
That's
Leah had a whole
awesome.
list. It was amazing.
You're on
It
your
was,
teams. And
it was
a
so
good
much
time.
fun. So like it wasn't even like this. We did a fitness thing, and then now we're doing a
Yeah.
little competition.
Yeah.
It wasn't fitness. It was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
cool. And then I mean, we have Aurelius Games coming up next month, so that's
Yep.
something to start
Little
getting
in-house
ready.
Nice.
competition.
In-house competition.
Oh, that's cool.
The 5th of November, so
Yeah.
Nice.
guys start getting ready for that.
Exactly.
That'll be fun. And then just going into the holiday season. I love the holidays, man.
Oh, they're the
This
best.
is the best thing ever.
Yep.
But football's on. Good time of year. So.
Great time of year.
Can't
Yeah.
beat it.
I'm going to the game tonight or today.
Oh,
I mean, they play the
That's awesome.
Jets,
I
so
mean,
well,
we can get into
We
it, but
better
Packers
win.
fan. He doesn't really
oh jeez,
Whoa.
what?
He's,
Yeah.
he's always been a Packers
Yep.
How'd
fan.
that happen?
I don't know.
He's
That's a
always
good
been a
question, but
cheesehead.
it's just, ever since
Yeah.
I was little. It was just
That's cool.
For
Yeah.
some reason,
Brett
yeah.
Favre, man.
Yeah, my guy.
Yep.
Right there. Number 4. Favorite
Nice.
Number.
You get a players like why I like Man U, David Beckham.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's why I love him.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. This was a great podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Ultimately, we get to that point where it's like people kind of have that connection, and they can see why I want to try and get you on and have these conversations because I think it's important.
Dude, I want to come back on.
Yeah,
This
we'll
was
get
fun.
you on.
We'll be
Yeah,
on.
this is perfect.
This is
It
great.
was a great conversation. But yeah, man, thanks for coming. Man.
Thanks, guys.
We'll get
Awesome.
you back soon.
Thank you, Neil
Cool.
Video.
All right,
Cheers.
cool. See you.
Earn that rest.
You have been listening to the Pros with Con podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor. Come back each week for a new episode. Thanks for listening.